continued to fall. 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet.
This is a real story?
Feet.
Oh my goodness. What's up, y'all? Show Master Lee.
And Lulu.
All right, Sabaton, which we reacted to for the very first time with 1916. Wow.
And we were sobbing.
Wow, that was powerful. Now, the thing is that that's not their typical music. That's actually a cover from Motorhead, which we'll have to react to the original as well. Don't know much about Motorhead. The only thing I know is that they had the entrance theme song for Triple H in WWE, and that's one song I know from them. So we're going to have to check that one out. But I'm like, we got to check out some original Sabaton music. And that's when the fans were talking about, actually, a lot of their songs, John, are almost like little history lessons. Like they're really into telling stories about history, particular war stories. And I'm like, what?
Are they veterans?
Most of them weren't veterans. They're saying that the guitarist, Chris, was and did serve in the military. But in a lot of countries, you know, military service is mandatory. But I don't believe anyone had this kind of war experience, like kind of things they've seen about, which I think is more historical war. We're talking like World War I, World War II, like long time ago. I think it's just the way I understood it was they have an appreciation for the common soldier. They're not seeing about the glory of war, why countries have to go to them, but the fact that these people, these average people, these young people have to go and fight, and it's those stories that they want to, you know, they want to be able to showcase. So I'm like, well, that's a hell of an interesting angle if that's really the whole thing you're singing about. But yeah, I was going through their music and their fans and recommendation, like, whoa, just one after another of this, you know, these kind of stories. So I'm like, all right, this is interesting because one is I don't like history. I mean, I failed a lot of my history classes, but they delivered it in such a way. Like, I'm really curious now how they're able to marry these two things together. You know
Will it be this similar to the music video that we watched?
I
might
don't
not be.
know.
So
I
yeah,
don't
that's
know.
what I'm so excited
We're gonna
to
find
watch.
out
Yeah.
for the first time, like, you know, what is, you know, something like No Bullets Fly is all about. So let's check it out, yo. By the way, if you want to hear some wild stories, we got to check out my channel.
And if you want some hotness, check out my fantasy show.
Here we go.
It's December the 20th, 1943, and in the freezing air high above Germany, Second Lieutenant Charles Charlie Brown is at the controls of his B-17F, the old pub. At 11:30, approaching the target of the Fokker-Wulf plant near Bremen, the pub is rocked as 4 explosions go off right in front of the B-17. A cry comes across the intercom. We're hit! In the plexiglass nose, a huge hole had been made and icy cold wind was being blown inside, making freezing conditions for the crew. Engine 2 had been hit, and co-pilot Spencer Pinky Luke let out an expletive as he noticed a huge hole in the right wing. Releasing their bombs over the factory, the crew turned to the north, planning to head over the coast, then turn west for home. With one engine out and engine 4 now faulty, the pub started to fall back from the formation with another damaged plane. Sam Blackie Blackford in the bull turret watched as it disappeared into a cloud bank. There was an orange flash in the cloud. Bandits, Eki shouted as 5 BF-109s streaked from the cloud bank. Then another cry. Bandits, as 8 FW-190s were spotted in formation ahead of the pub. Sergeant Bertram Frenchy Coulomb in the turret shot the 190 out of the sky. The navigator, Al Doc Sadek, took out the second. Pinky reported that engine 3 had been hit. That left just one engine at full power. The BF-109s attacked the pub from behind, swarming all over. But due to the cold wind running through the pub, most of the guns were frozen. In a turn, the pub was repeatedly hit, taking extreme damage and killing the tail gunner. A shell penetrated and exploded near the waist gunners, injuring the crew and creating a huge hole. The oxygen supply was taken out and the pub spun towards the ground. With the crew unconscious due to lack of oxygen, the B-17 fell for 4 miles. Charlie started to come around and grabbed the controls, pulling back as the plane continued to fall. 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet, 3,000 feet. Just moments from hitting the earth, the plane pulled up, almost scraping the trees as it did.
This is a real story? Oh my goodness. That was a hell of an exciting intro.
damage that bring. See wounded men scared to the bone. Look to the right and then look again. I see the enemy in the eye. No bullets fly, spared by his mercy. Escorted out of harm's way. Fly, fighting fair is the code of the air. Brothers, heroes, foes. Killing machine, honor in the sky. Flying home. Killing machine, send goodbye to the cross. See the sun. He risked his life 2 times a day to save an unknown enemy. Let's go to safety out of the kill zone. A short salute, then that part and flying. Fighting fair is the code of the air. Brothers, heroes, foes. Killing machine, honor in the sky. Flying home. Killing machine, send goodbye to the cross. See the sun. Fighting fair is the code of the air. Brothers, heroes, foes. Killing machine, honor in the sky. Flying home. Killing machine, send goodbye to the cross. See the sun.
The story was kept secret until 1986, when Brown started the search for the German pilot who had shown mercy on that December day all those years ago. In 1990, Brown received a letter from a man named Stigler, who was living in Canada. Stigler explained that he had been the pilot of the German fighter who had escorted Ye Old Pup. This video is of their first meeting.
Franz, what were your feelings when you met again for the first time?
I was so happy as we met that I dropped
Holy
it.
shit.
Sabaton. What's the DJ?
The fact that he risked his life really in many ways, and I wrote him in a letter. I said, if you made a habit of feeling sorry for bomber crews, flag up alongside them, I am sure that you were shot down many times. But it was not only the audacity that he came up to us and then recognizing the threat. If someone had seen him and reported him, it could have been a death sentence.
Wow.
Franz gifted Charlie a book, and inside the inscription read, "In 1940, I lost my only brother as a night fighter. On the 20th of December, 4 days before Christmas, I had the chance to save a B-17 from her destruction. A plane so badly damaged, it was a wonder that she was still flying. The pilot, Charlie Brown, is for me as precious as my brother was. Thanks, Charlie. Your brother, Franz." In 2008, within a few months of each other, the two firm friends went on their final journey. Franz Stigler never got the Knight's Cross, but as he always said, he got something better.
Hi, my name is Yovita Tanstiegler. I would like to thank Sabaton and your song, No Bullets Fly. Because of this, the story of my father will live on. See you on your next concert tour. Safe journey, gentlemen, and again, thank you.
Oh,
Damn.
wow.
Wow.
That's like
snot dribbling
the
down
whole
son
time.
of
That's
a-
why when I was watching the music video, I'm like, aren't they enemy? Like, why are they not
They
shooting
are
each
enemies.
other? So,
That's, I mean,
wow, that's insane.
this is a hell of a story. Oh my God. The fact that it's true.
Right.
I mean, honestly, at
I'm
first,
like,
I
I
was.
have no words. Like,
I didn't get it either, honestly, at first. I'm like, why would you let an enemy live? Especially they just bombed your country. I go back to that article I was reading about Sabaton, and their point is like, from the soldier perspective, you think about it this way, every war has millions of soldiers on each side of people who don't want to fight.
to go for a war, yeah.
They don't want to go to war. It's their command that they have to. And so what they're talking about here is like, look, there's code of conduct here, and I'm not going to shoot somebody in the back, right? And I'm going to let him live because I know at the end of the day, that's the right thing to do. And I'm like, wow. Yeah, those bombers should not be alive today. No way. I mean, especially if they're talking about ran out of oxygen after the plane is shot up. They could have been shot from the sky at any time, and that dude
That's amazing.
saved them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then the fact that they can corroborate the story. Both of them are telling the same thing. The daughter, it's unbelievable. This is probably one of the most amazing reactions we ever had. Honestly, wow.
Yeah.
It's a great song too. Actually.
It is. It is.
It's a great song because it tells the story really well, right? And then they had the whole intro with and I love the whole idea of being able to. Oh man, this is amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
Like,
All right, I want more,
so,
man. I
like-
mean, fuck, this history lesson's good. I like history now. I like history now.
with the story.
Yeah, the human element makes a
Yeah.
big difference. Yeah.